May 28, 2025. Streamsong, Black, Florida. A field of 71 of the best junior golfers in the country has just played 3 rounds of serious competitive golf. The #1 ranked junior in the world, Miles Russell, has played in this event, and the player who just beat him by 7 shots was ranked 606 going in. That player is Charlie Woods. He is 16 years old. And what happened over those 3 days at Streamsong was not just a tournament result. It was the opening chapter of the most compelling rivalry in junior golf. But to understand what that win meant and what has happened since, you need to know exactly who these 2 players are. Miles Russell does not look like someone who is going to rattle you. That is precisely what makes him dangerous. He is currently ranked #1 in the AJGA Rolex rankings, and he earned that position the hard way. Before the 2025 Team TaylorMade Invitational, Russell had won 3 consecutive AJGA events. Not 1, 3 in a row. At 15 years old, he made the cut at a Corn Ferry Tour event, a professional tour. That is almost unheard of at that age. Competing against grown men chasing their PGA Tour cards and surviving the cut. He won the 2025 Junior Invitational at Sage Valley, one of the most prestigious junior events in the world. When asked about his calm on the course, Russell said it plainly: "Don't get too high, don't get too low. I think just staying steady. That's kind of something you need in this game." Thankfully, I've kind of been blessed with that. That is not a trained response. That is a personality. And on a golf course, that kind of personality is a weapon now. Charlie Woods. The name arrives at every tournament before he does. He is the son of Tiger Woods, 15-time major champion, the most dominant golfer in the history of the sport. That is a weight no coaching program can prepare you for. Before the 2025 TaylorMade Invitational, Charlie's best AJGA finish was a T25 at Sage Valley, a field of just 36 players. He had talent that insides could see clearly, but the results at big events had not reflected it. What Charlie did have, that no other junior golfer in the country has, was a front row seat to something extraordinary. He watched his father play through a fractured knee at Torrey Pines and win a playoff the following day. He watched his father undergo multiple back surgeries that would have permanently ended careers far less damaged. And in February 2021, he watched the world go quiet when his father was pulled from a car wreck with serious leg injuries, and then watched him begin the slow, painful process of rebuilding. That is not something you read about in a sports psychology textbook. That is something that settles into you differently when the man going through it is sitting across the breakfast table. Both players have committed to play college golf at Florida State University. This rivalry is not ending when junior golf ends. Back to Streamsong, Black. Charlie entered the 2025 Team TaylorMade Invitational ranked 606th in the AJGA, among the lowest players in a field of 71. His first round was chaotic. He made just 3 pars in an opening 2 under 70, scrambling and grinding through a round that could have collapsed entirely. It did not, and then something shifted. Over his final 36 holes, Charlie went 13 under. He made 25 birdies and 1 eagle across the full tournament. He shot 65 in round 2, then closed with a 66, 8 birdies. 2 bogeys on the final day, his total 15 under 201. He won by 2 strokes over the field, and he beat Miles Russell by 7 shots. The players he outperformed were ranked inside the top 5 in the country. Charlie was ranked 606th. After the win, his AJGA ranking moved to No. 13 in the country. After the round, Charlie said, "It means so much because I haven't really performed at the highest level yet. And to finally do it after all the work I have put in and not playing well in big events in the past. Even though I know I am so much better than that, and for it all to finally come together is such a great feeling." And then this, just being able to say to myself that I have won an absolutely amazing event and say that I have performed under high-pressure situations is huge. Going forward, I haven't been able to say that I have done that, and now that I can, it is a big thing for my mental game going forward. Miles Russell did not take long to answer. March 2026, the Junior Invitational at Sage Valley, South Carolina, 20 minutes from Augusta National. The event is known as the Junior Masters. It hands out a gold jacket to the winner. The field is limited to 36 of the top junior boys in the world. And past champions include Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, and Victor Hovland. Russell was the defending champion. Charlie was paired alongside him in the featured pairing of the first round. Russell shot 64, 8 birdies, 0 bogeys. Charlie shot 75, 2 triple bogeys. The gap between them in that single round, 11 shots. Charlie had 5 birdies of his own and showed fight after an early triple on the second hole, climbing back to even par through 13 holes. But another triple on the 14th collapsed his round entirely. He finished the tournament deep in the field. Russell, meanwhile, was in complete control. He closed the tournament at 15 under par, winning by 3 shots over Tyler Watts. In the final round, he made 2 eagles on holes 4 and 15. He became the first player in the history of the Junior Invitational to win back-to-back titles. When asked what the achievement meant at a place like Sage Valley, Russell said, "It's pretty special, especially at a place like this that has so much class. You're just lucky to be here. So, to be able to do it back-to-back, it's quite an honor." The rivalry now stood at 1 significant win each, but the momentum had clearly shifted. Then came the 2026 Team TaylorMade Invitational, Charlie's chance to defend the title he had won so convincingly at Streamsong. The event moved to Pelican Golf Club in Bel Air, Florida. Charlie shot 73 in the final round and finished tied for 28th at 4 over par. Across the 3 rounds, he was undone by exactly 1 catastrophic hole per round, a double, a triple, and another double bogey in each respective round. 10 birdies and 7 bogeys across the tournament, but those 3 disastrous individual holes cost him everything. Luke Ringkamp won the tournament with a final round 64, closing at 13 under overall. The contrast is direct and impossible to ignore. Miles Russell returned to Sage Valley as defending champion and won. Charlie Woods returned to defend his Team TaylorMade title and finished T28. The scoreboard heading into summer 2026 reads clearly in Miles Russell's favor, but Charlie Woods is not done. June 10, 2026. Heathrow Country Club, Florida. Charlie shoots 3 under 68 in a qualifying event for the 2026 U.S. Junior Amateur Championship. He makes a bogey on the par 4 14th hole that threatened to knock him out. He responds with birdies on 16, 17, and 18, finishing the back 9 in 34 strokes. He finishes tied for 5th, which forces a playoff for the final qualifying spot. He wins a 2-for-1 playoff and books his ticket. As golf writer Cameron Jordan reported on X, Charlie Woods has qualified for his 3rd straight U.S. Junior Amateur, shooting 3 under 68 and winning a 2-for-1 playoff. The 2026 U.S. Junior Amateur will be held at Saucon Valley Country Club in Pennsylvania from July 20 to 25. This is the same championship that Tiger Woods won 3 consecutive times, 1991, 1992, and 1993. Charlie has been there twice and has not made it to match play either time. At Oakland Hills in 2024, he shot 82 and 80. At Trinity Forest in 2025, he shot 81 and 74. Those results at the national championship level are the gap that still exists between Charlie's potential and his performance on the biggest stages. Saucon Valley is his next chance to close it. Whether Tiger Woods will be in attendance remains uncertain. He is currently in Switzerland undergoing specialized rehabilitation treatment. What this rivalry actually represents goes beyond 2 talented teenagers competing on the same courses. Miles Russell is what modern elite junior golf development produces at its absolute ceiling. Meticulous course management, relentless preparation, a consistency that does not waver whether the field has 36 players or 71. He studies pin positions. He identifies which flags are accessible and which ones are traps. He does not beat himself. That is his foundation, and it has produced the No. 1 ranking in the country, a Korn Ferry Tour cut made at 15, and the first back-to-back junior invitational title in history. Charlie Woods represents something that cannot be installed through a training program. The question surrounding Charlie has never been about talent. Everyone who has watched him closely agrees the talent is real. The question is what happens when that talent operates inside the specific pressure environment that his name creates everywhere he goes. And what happened at Streamsong Black in May 2025 suggested that the answer, on the right day, is something that makes the No. 1 junior in the country look ordinary by comparison. The fact that both players have committed to Florida State University means the competition between them does not stop when junior eligibility ends. They are going to the same program, competing for the same spots in the lineup, and eventually pointing toward the same professional career path. This is a rivalry with years remaining. The scoreboard right now is honest. Miles Russell is winning this rivalry on results. He has defended a major junior title. He has been the most consistent junior player in the country for over a year. He made a professional tour cut at an age when most juniors are still developing their games. Charlie Woods has 1 career AJGA win, a spectacular one against a strong field, with the kind of closing stretch that reflects genuine competitive quality. But the 2026 TaylorMade defense failed, and the U.S. Junior Amateur has exposed real limitations in his game when stroke play goes wrong at the national level. What is also true is that Charlie's trajectory since that 606th ranking is real, from 606 to number 13 in the country after a single tournament. A qualifying playoff won with 3 closing birdies when elimination was 1 bad hole away. A kid who grew up watching his father refuse permanent defeat and who appears, in the right moments, to carry that same refusal somewhere inside. His game, Saucon Valley, July 20-25, 2026. That is where the next chapter gets written. Who wins this rivalry long term? Charlie Woods or Miles Russell? Put your answer in the comments right now. And when the U.S. Junior Amateur arrives, everything you need will be right here.